Hi there, this is Megan here with Core 3 Harmony and Wellness Services. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for today. I'm going to be short, quick, and to the point. And I just want to, first of all, say I appreciate you for listening in to anything that I have to say. It is a great honor to have this platform to do so. I'm the director and therapist here for Core 3 Harmony and Wellness Services. We offer services in three areas: music therapy, counseling, and coaching. We provide services in person if you happen to be close to our office area here or remotely as well. Please reach out to us. It's very important that you find a good fit for your needs. And so we provide a 20-minute complimentary consultation so that you can do so to see if what we provide here is suitable to help support you in what you are seeking after. I appreciate you and today and the time that we have that you have given me. We're going to talk a little bit about social media and the good and the perhaps not so good with it. I do not know anyone that's not utilizing social media in some aspect nowadays. And of course, with everything that we do, there can also be a downside to those things as well. So we will be discussing that today. In our time here, also up here in the corner, right here is my email address. You can email me directly with any questions you may have or any topics you would like to see discussed, and or reach out also for a consultation if you would like to. And so, with all of that being said, let us carry on and dive into our topic. I have my notes here in front of me, so when you see me looking down from time to time, it will be due to the fact that I'm looking at my notes. So, um, here we go. We're talking about how social media can make you feel lonely. And I want to discuss ways that may help to improve it so that you can avoid this feeling of loneliness. Social media has become a fun and very easy way for us to connect with our business associates, our colleagues, our friends, and loved ones. And we have utilized it to its capacity and then some during the past 2 years, you would say, with the pandemic that's been going on. What would we do if we did not have that? Like, how so very different our interactions with each other and how we got through and we're still getting through this pandemic would very much so be if we did not have our social media outlets and ways to communicate. But if you've ever scrolled through your accounts and felt lonely, you're not the only one. And I want to highlight that and talk about that a little bit in the time that we have today. Researchers have found that people turn to social media when they're feeling lonely. But surprisingly, people actually have felt worse after spending time on their social media. Their social media didn't help them feel less isolated, it actually made them feel lonelier. This is due to social comparison or the act of comparing yourself to others. The more that we've noticed in a particular study, the more that one can compare yourself to others while using social media, the less happier many have felt. So we are all prone to comparing ourselves to others, but social media definitely has heightened the tendency to do so. For example, when you look at other people's posts and think, I should be doing that, or I should be living that life, or I should be that happy, I should have that body, or I should have that kind of family, or I should have that many friends. This kind of social comparison often happens when we feel like we're not experiencing the lives that others are portraying in their posts. It can be hard not to feel bad about yourself, especially if others are glamorizing their lives and curating their posts to look a certain way. But this sort of thinking is bad for our mental health. When you compare yourself to others, it leads to self judgment, low self esteem, and a negative sense of self. To help you have a healthier relationship with social media, here are a few tips on how to stop comparing yourself to others as you scroll through your feed. First and foremost, do you actively comment and reply to others? If you do not, let's hear how doing this can be beneficial. Researchers have found that the more you look at other people's posts and images without engaging with them, the more likely you are to compare yourself to others. And this leads to lower self esteem. Passive scrolling takes away the positive mood boosting benefits that come from person to person interaction. Forget the passive likes as well. Instead, try to comment and reply to others with positive messages. Make social media well social. You'll feel much more connected to others if you make it more of a two-way conversation. So, the first one is actively comment and reply to others on their accounts, not just a quick like or a heart emoji or any kind of emoji, but actively comment to the post. Second tip for you in how to help you decrease and avoid being lonely as you scroll your social media is to spend less time on your social media. The fact is, the more time you spend on social media, the more accustomed you get to self comparison and the negative mindset that can come along with it. Try cutting back to a total of 1 hour a day to help you get a healthier frame of mind. The goal is to give yourself some time away from social media to de stress, focus on yourself, and to feel better. If you really are struggling with negative emotions and loneliness because of social media, take a 1 to 2 week break from it. And I've actually advised, coached, and supported clients who have needed to do this. Then the measure how you feel afterwards. Chances are you will feel a lot better, and my clients have definitely came to understand and have the same result in their much needed break from their social media accounts. Start using the unfollow button. If you consistently feel jealous, angry, sad, or down on yourself after seeing someone else's social media posts, it's time to cut them out of your feed. Stop following people, organizations, and causes that make you feel bad. This is an essential boundary to establish for yourself. Just like if you would stop spending time with a toxic friend in real life, you should also stop spending time with toxic social media friends and or accounts. Your own mental health is more important than following someone or something on social media. Even if they're a friend or family member in real life, you can unfollow them. You don't have to bring those negative feelings into your daily life. It's okay to set those boundaries. Fourth step is to follow organizations that actually inspire you. Okay. Don't follow so many people on social media. It might sound funny, but one way to avoid comparing yourself to others is simply seeing fewer people in your feed to compare yourself to. Follow organizations that are doing good in the world and that inspire you. This could be organizations or campaigns that promote healthy living, well-being, and other encouraging messages. At a minimum, follow more positive oriented organizations or campaigns than individuals. If you choose to follow people, make sure they're inspirational, healthy, and making you feel good. All right, so fifth tip on decreasing the feeling of loneliness on your social media accounts is to um, be positive in your posts. Okay. Posting positive things that matter to you or that inspire you can feel life affirming and help you have a more constructive experience on social media. It's especially good to encourage teens and young adults to commit to going positive on social media. It helps to get one out of the gossipy or cyberbullying world of social media. And we know we've seen that happen quite a bit in the past. The point isn't to post a glossy, idealized version of your life to make others jealous. It's more about creating a positive space for you and others. Share things that you're learning or developing in your life to help connect you with others. Sixth tip is to turn off push notifications. Alerts can be stressful and upsetting, and a reminder of how everyone else is doing. Take control of your account and only check it when you feel like it. Shutting off notifications is a healthy boundary to set with your social media use. This is especially helpful if you know you have been feeling lonely, anxious, or sad because of your social media accounts and or use. All right, here's one that we've mentioned a few times, even in blogs, is making sure that your bedtime is a social media free zone. Okay. Staying off social media at night and before bed is a positive call and a benefit to you and your sleep. The quick scroll before bed can leave us with anxious thoughts and negative feelings that can keep us up at night. I know I'm not the best at this. This is one that is a habit form for me in reducing the amount of time and or switching that time that I am on the various accounts to much earlier in the day. These worried thoughts can make it harder for you to fall asleep and stay asleep. This can further, of course, affect your mood and your happiness. Try to avoid checking your phone around and during your bedtime. Consider charging it out of arm's reach or do some sort of pre-bedtime meditation or habit that is lends itself to more self-care support and needs for you specifically. And the eighth tip for you is simply to start connecting in person as much as you can um, instead of through social media. Spend time with people in real life. Social media can be an excellent way to feel connected, but let's not make it the only way to feel connected with people, places, and things. Nothing is better than an actual in-person engagement with your colleagues, with your friends, or family. When you're face to face, you can read body language, emotions, and energy so much better, which means it will help you to feel more empathy and less comparison. So, if you could, I would love to hear in what ways and how you are limiting and perhaps decreasing the amount of use of your social media and what you're noticing. What are the negatives that are popping up for you? I know for me, trying to curb my use of time away from close to bedtime, curbing my use of time to a specific time of day, and also how long I'm utilizing the apps are really important. So I would love for you to comment if you can below and share with me, and even more tips that you feel like that you have found beneficial that we can add to the 8 that we shared here today. Thank you so much. As much as we use our social media now more than ever, it's really important that we are finding it to be something that we can manage. And when we find it is becoming unmanageable, to learn in what ways we can utilize the time and utilize those systems a lot better than what we have been. Remember, a very important key is that as we learn of the detriments or deficits in how we interact and in things that we use, we have the amazing power and the ability to make adjustments, to make the necessary changes so that we can learn how to be healthier for ourselves with things that we're utilizing and how to be healthier in our interaction with others. Social media is never going away. I'm curious to see how it is going to continue to evolve in years to come. And so as it does this, as it evolves, and as we find ways to interact, let's make sure that we are interacting and utilizing it in the best and most positive way possible. All right, and with that, I'm sending nothing but good vibes your way from my hands to yours, wherever you may be. I so very much appreciate you. I appreciate the time that you gave me, allow me to have in your day. And I hope that you can save this, keep this information, run it back, listen to it later, so that you can pick up on some more beneficial ways of how to interact with your social media, especially if you do have that tendency to notice for yourself that it does make you feel more lonely. It does cause you to develop a great deal more self judgment and lower self esteem. I hope for you that you will be able to pick up on a tip or two or all of them and find them beneficial and utilize them, try them out and see how it works for you. Okay. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for your time. Here at Core 3 Harmony and Wellness, again, we want to ensure that our information and our content is inspiring, uplifting, and informative. Please reach out to us, schedule a consultation today. We offer services in person if you're in our area as well as remotely. Here at Core 3, we appreciate you, and your feedback is very important to us. Let us know what else you would like for us to discuss or share or talk about, and we look forward to being able to bring that to you next time. Please tune in again next Monday as I go live again at 11:30 with another wonderful topic to discuss with you. And as always, we are sending nothing but good vibes your way, and you're greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. You can reach out to me here again at the email address below, and there's well as other ways you can connect with us in the description box. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you again next Monday.